What's up, Juventini? Look, it's no surprise. It's clear as day. There is crisis at Continassa, but what is going on right now and what is management doing to try and remedy the situation? We'll go through the details coming out of Continassa for this week and going through international break when it comes to Giuntoli, Motta, and even the players, as the players being questioned. But is there going to be fallout no matter what? Fagioli shed some light on what went down between him, Motta, and Juventus, and are we going to fear the same with certain players? Is Gatti one of them? And Napoli has set their sights on the defender. We're going to go through all those details. Meanwhile, you have Tacchinardi naming his dream takeover situation for Juventus. Will you agree with all the moves, though? Is he missing a key cog? We're going to tackle it all together right now. I'm Berto. This is the AJC, your channel dedicated to Juventus. It's March 19th. Let's rock with the news. And we kick things off with what is happening at Continassa this week through international break. Everyone was expecting a sacking. Not the case. Instead, meetings, and more meetings. The management team of Ferraro, Giuntoli, Scanavino is all very close to Thiago Motta this week, all right? But not just in backing, actually actively asking him to remedy certain situations. They're apparently asking him to go to something more simplistic and get players in better suited roles. You mean do his job? Okay, yeah, they're asking him to do his job, all right? When it comes to the players, they are not off the hook, as apparently they are going to be held into meetings, maybe individually even, where key guys will be asked why all of a sudden no fight, no desire, no drive, and they will be asked to put their pride on the line and act as professionals going through this stretch. All of this leads me to believe that even the next match against Genoa will not be do or die for Thiago Motta for whatever reasons. It looks like management wants to carry this out until season's end. All right. Now, when we get to these players, will we still see fallout no matter what? Is this playing with fire from a roster perspective? Potentially. Fagioli shed some light finally on kind of what went down, and he shared his thoughts. He said that after the Leipzig and Genoa matches, he just wasn't really considered by Thiago Motta. And then he said to boot, when you get 4 to 5 minutes at a time and then told after each session you need to come on better after only 4 or 5 minutes into a game, it starts to take a toll and something inside you snaps and turns, and that's probably what he's alluding to with him just wanting to leave, because a lot of the news there was he also wanted to leave the situation at Juventus. He said it did break him apart inside, internally, and he cried a lot and it was very emotional, but this is how it went down in his words. Do we have to fear the same with more players keeping this going for longer than I believe it should? Maybe. Gatti could be next on the list. Apparently, Napoli has set their sights on the player. Obviously, Mana, who was involved with Juventus, has a good relationship with Gatti. They know each other well, and something could happen. A lot of rumors, a lot of speculation around Gatti wanting to leave if this manager is reconfirmed at season end. Remember, we heard a ton about an extension for Federico Gatti that was all but signed until back in October, when all of a sudden that shut down and we heard nothing about it since. All right, the dates kept getting pushed back. Oh, he'll sign in December. December come and gone, and we haven't heard a lick about this extension. So Gatti to Napoli, let's wait and see. Do we have to fear of it going further? Kenan Yildiz. And would management waste an opportunity to take that pure capital and use this as an excuse? Hey, who knows right now, but it is a crisis at Continassa. Everybody has their own kind of thoughts, opinions, and ideas. Tacchinardi's, his is simple. All right, he said, I was excited about Thiago Motta and I was a big backer of that move, but I would have never guessed it went this way, and things must change. For him, the call is simple. Del Piero as president Chiellini in that liaison role that Nedved occupied, bridging management to the locker room, and Antonio Conte as head coach. That's his perfect takeover scenario for Juventus. But he doesn't include Agnelli whatsoever. Something that's very interesting about the Agnelli return as well. Would that take Conte off the table? Would that take Alessandro Del Piero off the table? This takeover is fantastic to dream about as fans because we have such affection for those involved when you're talking about Del Piero and Chiellini and being in those key roles, being the faces of Juventus. We want nothing more. But Del Piero, all we're hearing is the timing is not right at the moment. All right, so would he even do that? We wait and see. But would you want Agnelli over and above Del Piero? That's the question today. Which route would you rather go? And keep in mind that Agnelli, I'm not so sold that means Conte comes in. When you look at Del Piero and Conte, those guys never came around until Agnelli was gone. Something to think about. What's your dream scenario? ADP or Agnelli at the helm? Let me know in the comments. Now, when we get to what's coming out of Continassa, apparently Thiago Motta is going to be testing and working on a flat 4-3-3 and trying to simplify things. So basically doing what he should have done a long time ago, which is sort things out. It is frustrating, everybody. This is the moment we are living in currently. Will we get better from here on out? Is it too far gone? What do you think? What do you feel? You know the drill. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, join our AJC army, but hit me with all your thoughts on everything you just heard and what's your dream takeover scenario at Juventus. Can't wait to mix it up with you all. Till tomorrow, as always, fino alla fine, forza Juventus. Ciao tutti.